month, so we're starting off with a bang from a 1988 film, action comedy. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Wait, let me shut off the subtitles. No subtitles. This movie's not in another language, so I'm good. I'm gonna get you, sucker. This is what this is when black comedies were funny. Let's hope that Scary Movie 6 will be funny again. Bernie Casey, Antonio Farkas, he's still around. Steve James, may he rest in peace. Isaac Hayes, may he rest in peace as well. Also, rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. I miss you. Thank you for making me laugh all these years. Thanks for your talent. Thank you for being so beautiful. I hope you're not suffering anymore. Thank you. Well, back to this. Clu Gulager's in this movie. Kadeem Hardison, Damon Wayans. Yeah, because Sean and Marlon weren't a thing yet until the 90s. Keenan Ivory Wayans. Did he direct this movie? Yeah, he directed this before the first two Scary Movies. Before Jordan Peele, there was Keegan. Yeah, and he's actually funny. Jordan Peele only had one movie that people loved, and that was Get Out. I haven't seen Nope and all that now. It's not for me. I'm pro black. I love black women, but if it's gonna just be kind of preachy, I don't care. Stevie D player really works well, man. Yes, sir. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Written and directed by Keaton Ivory Wayans. He hasn't lost his touch. We haven't seen him for a while, but he's a good actor and a good director. Because he gets black humor, you know? Not everything he touches turns to gold, but he's good enough, you know, compared to some of the directors we have today. I mean, who directed Sinners? Oh, yeah, it was Ryan Coogler. But every movie he does has to be a message movie now. We get it, guys. We get it. Same thing with the guy that did Blackish. I'm like, I get it. As a person of color, I get it. I'm not white, so. I haven't seen this movie in years. Oh, damn it. I forgot to get my water. I left it in the freezer. Hold on. I'm going to have to pause this for a second. Pause. I gotta get my... Forgot to get my water bottle. It's frozen now, so I'm going to have to just get more water. Yeah, North Carolina or South Carolina, but not here. Not here in New York. We already got our blizzard today for this year. It's a new month. Okay, guys, I'm back. Had to get some water because my water bottle's frozen. So I had to get another water bottle that wasn't frozen because I can't drink frozen water in 20-degree weather. Okay, let's go back to comedy. It's been a while since I've done a comedy, a black comedy. Movies like this that will never make today. At least in a few days, it'll be Well, tomorrow's Groundhog's Day, and then we got Valentine's Day next week, right? Yeah, next Saturday. You said I took a picture with it. Serious? I'm not. Rest in peace, John Good. Ron Witherspoon. I wasn't prepared to die. Junebug strayed. Yeah, again, they went to the wrong funeral. Uh, not for the wrong person. It was at 9 o'clock. That was funny. You see, again, social satire. I had to put a movie like this, Josh. If you know why, because I'm like, well, you did Blade. I already did Blade years ago. I don't get hooked up and go. There's Damon Wayans. Oh no, people with darker skin than me. What's the problem? I don't see the problem, guys. I'm not a Karen. You know what I mean? Not Karen Gillan. I'm saying like those screaming white women called Karens. Yeah, I'm not one of those. I'm not a Ken either. You know, like the man version of a Karen. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me more when some people are like that smoke weed in front of the Barclays Center. That bothers me. But I've seen people that were Hispanic and white and Asian also smoking weed. So it's not just a black thing. It's just a lot of people just smoke it for some reason. Hmm. It's funny because Damon is related to Heenan. I think they're brothers, right, or cousins, or something like that. I haven't seen Blank Man. I'm gonna probably see Blank Man because I saw Black Panther already. People make such a big deal out of somebody being black. I mean, I saw the first episode of Wonder Man. It didn't bother me. The opening was interesting, and it's about an actor getting a role. That's something different for Marvel. It's not just bang, bang, blast, blast, blast like every other movie they've done. Well, this isn't a movie for adults, not for kids. And it's not a black exploitation movie like, uh, it's not a black exploitation movie. Also, it's they don't say the N word every 2 seconds because you don't need that. We get it, guys. Damon is funny. His son is funny too. Damon Wayans Jr. Let's Be Cops. I want to do a podcast for that somehow. I'll probably have to stream See, there's funny little gags right here, and they don't have to parody anything else because it's one story. There's Keenan in this. That's his cameo. Well, actually, no, he's not the cameo. He's the lead character. He's not a cameo. Damon is. Keenan is the main character. He looks just like Damon. I like black girls. I've always liked black girls, guys, or dark skinned girls as well that are other races as well because it's even tanned Filipina girls. Yeah, a skin tone doesn't scare me, guys. What someone smells like scares me more. Yeah, I've seen people that look like me that don't shower, and that's a no. You have to bathe and wear deodorant and clean your hair. Ooh, damn. It's snowing again, but it's little flurries. It's not a storm like last week. I'm doing this podcast early because I have to go out and buy some stuff and go out and eat. Just for once, I would like to see Princess Tiana represented in Disney's On Ice because I've seen two Disney on Ice and she wasn't there. I would love to see her be on ice at least once because she just had a ride that they opened in Disney. The Splash Mountain now is with Tiana instead of Songs of the South. Yeah, that's a stereotype. I don't wear gold chains. Yeah, like he's a rapper from the 90s. Gold teeth. You know what that means, right? When I met Karen last year, Karen Ashley, I'm like I was nervous because she still sounds she still sounds very her voice is very soothing, just like it was in the 90s. Hmm. And this is a short movie. That's one problem I have with Jordan Peele. Some of his movies are too long. Peele, we get it under 2 hours. Okay, you don't need to stretch your movies out because they're trying to treat him like he's the Black Corner Tarantino or something. I'm like, you don't need to make Sinners could have been under 2 hours. 2:17 is too long. From Dusk Till Dawn is shorter than that. Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. The movie you're homaging, just doing it as a period piece. At least this movie has r- different black people, not just the same actor doing two performances. Who are not? He's not even a twin. I like Michael B. Jordan, but it's just that why is he doing two roles? It don't make no sense. Damon's funny, man. Kadeem Hardison, he's funny. Yes, the boss is a Canadian man who also passed away, John Vernon. And he rests in peace. He's the only Canadian in this movie. Mm-hmm. I miss you, John. Miss you a lot. I first saw him in Ernest Goes to Camp when I was a kid. Then I saw him years later in Killer Clowns and all that. I know Josh hated that movie. I get it. Well, there's no one black in that movie, so I don't have to see that movie. Not as a main character. We're 14 minutes in. I haven't seen this movie in years, man. Or down the stairs. Why is he trying to cover his face like he's Dr. Claw? We saw your face, John Vernon. His daughter is still alive. Uh, John Vernon's daughter. I saw her in a True Lies episode a few years ago. Keenan. The Wayans have a dynasty. A lot of their family members are actors, and they're making a comeback, which has been long overdue with all these other people. Because Marlon's been doing Netflix movies, but now he could do something theatrically released. That's not one of those god awful haunted house movies. I heard those are horrible because they're not funny. They're just offensive to be offensive. They're not funny. Even if Scary Movie 6 is okay, it's got to be better than 4 and 5 because 5 was absolutely horrendous. Without the Wayans brothers, it just felt like a rock. And they didn't even have Anna Faris back or Regina Hall. They had some knockoffs. Erica Dash Ash, who just passed away a few years ago, and Ashley Tisdale, good actress, but she wasn't not. She's not a parody actress. She's really not. Why are those dogs chasing them? Those are scary. Those are Dobermans. Those are terrifying. Yes, it has stereotypical themes in it. But remember, this was the 80s, guys. It's trying to tell a message without beating it over your head, not like nowadays. Again, it's just a comedy. Don't take it so seriously. It's like when people saw Training Day. It's not a documentary. It's just a movie. They jacked that car. Hey, David Allen Greer. Yeah, Bernie Casey. Man, I think he passed away. I don't know. I haven't checked his IMDb page in a long time. David, you're black. You're not a white guy. He's not even like a light skinned black. He's really dark. Like if you saw him in Jumanji, the first one, he yeah, it's not jive if they talk like that. Yeah, we'd love to see to Princess Tiana on the ice because we've seen Moana, we've seen Elsa, we've seen the kids from Coco and the girls from Encanto. So now it's time to see someone different. Yeah, baby. And also, it's not woke to see something that's black. It depends. It depends what you're watching. No, me neither. Exactly, it's the same joke from earlier. Yeah, because these movies in the '80s were shorter. A comedy did not have to be 2 hours long. Or, you get the allegory. Yeah, I do get the allegory. No, people haven't stolen gold chains since the '90s, guys, or Michael Jordans. If people are still attacking you for your shoes, it's 1995 all over again. Because I never wore a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers, especially in the '90s. Because when he was playing, if you had those sneakers, it was like having gold. Mr. Big. That's the name of the character in Sex and the City, but this was 10 years before. Powers to the people. I'm fine with social commentary. I'm fine with it. Look at me, guys. Do I look like a white person to you? I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not one of him. When Obama was president, I was happy about that because it was something different. We had a black man in president, and it was not a big. It was a big deal at the time, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this should never happen again. No, it should happen again. I would take 100 more Obamas than what we got right now, and someone younger that's like in their 30s, not somebody 80 years old. But again, I don't want this to become political. This movie's not political at all. It's social. There's no doubt about it. Down with Whitey. I bet that makes Josh laugh like all the way to the bank, man. Yeah, I think that's Clarence Williams III. Yeah, may he rest in peace too. This movie has a lot of people, dead people in it. Not Keenan, he's still around. Damon is still around. David Allen Greer is still around. Even Antonio Fargas, and he's really old now. Bean soda. Get it? Because it's not white. Let me see. I think that is him, yeah. No. Yeah, that's him. Mr. Terrific is a reason why that Superman movie was so good. It wasn't just David Cornsweet who nailed it, but they had a black character in a DC movie and he was not underused. Gasp. I told you it's a sign of things to come. There's going to be more people of color in the DCU and in the MCU People got to stop being so afraid of like, oh, they don't look like me. Why do they have to look like you? Shadow was black, and his fur was red and black, and nobody complained about it. And he was voiced by mostly, well, an Asian man, but not a really a white guy, because Keanu Reeves is Asian and Hawaiian, which is not white mostly. It doesn't bother me when I waltz around a Comic Con, hopefully this year with a black girlfriend or even a black acquaintance. It's not going to be controversial. It's my acquired taste. It's my preference. It's not a fetish. It's a preference. Bean soda. They have white kids. Wait, that's Ariana Richards from Jurassic Park. This is what's probably one of her first films. Yeah, that's her. That's Ariana Richards. She's so cute. I love Jurassic Park, guys, and also Tremors. Because I thought that was Kirsten Dunst. I'm like, no, she wasn't acting in 1988. Because in 19 in the, we know struggle again. It's not a fetish if it's a preference. Like I said, um, yeah, give me a Beyonce any day or a Rihanna over Katy Perry. Just I like the way they look, guys. I mean, yes, they're light skinned. Doesn't bother me. Have you seen Rihanna's gorgeous eyes? Oh my God. She can't act, but she's a beautiful singer. These people, this movie has actors in it. Oh, that's beautiful hair. Yeah, Cynthia Erivo ain't got nothing on this girl because she ain't got hair. I like black women with hair. You gotta have hair. That's a requirement for me. You can't be bald. Man, that guy's tall. That's not John Sally. He wasn't acting until the 90s. I watch the NBA. I watch the Knicks game almost every week. The team is 90% black and it doesn't bother me. Like there's like two white guys on the team and a Jew. So that's it. Hmm. Yes, that's not her. That wasn't her. That literally is a guy. They showed a guy. Did I mention that this is a satire? That's literally a white guy with an afro. That actress is not a fighter. She's not Wesley Snipes or something like that. That wasn't her. I saw if you pause the scene, you see a guy with a mustache. It's a satire, but mostly of black comedies that came out in the 70s and the early 80s. But it's not black exploitation. It's not that. They don't use the N word. You don't need it. It's not necessary in a movie like this. We get it. Besides, it wasn't her. It's, it's 8:57. Little people. Yeah, because when people saw Black Panther, they're like, "This is like the first black superhero." I'm like, no, it wasn't. Even Blade wasn't the first one. Because in the 70s and 80s, they had uh, and the early 90s, they had some black because they had Meteor Man, Black Blank Man, the Black Superman. Yes, there was a movie called The Black Superman, and it was not nothing had nothing to do with the DC character. It's a good movie. I think this movie it has the social satire without being offensive, just like Undercover Brother. Yes, sir. Watch it, run. Be a moving target. Again, I live in New York City. They do that all the time on New Year's Eve. Again, see, they're breaking the fourth wall. And it was good in Deadpool 2 to see Domino in that movie. She was played by a gorgeous black woman, Zazie Beetz. Yeah, she's so hot, man. She's way too hot to have hair like that. And she's light skinned, but she's so smoking hot, man. Even in Invincible, and she was just a side character. I'm like, yeah, that is one of the hottest black women I have ever seen, dude. If I see her at Comic Con, I'm gonna just lose my mind. I'm gonna be like, God, you're so gorgeous. Even in the Bad Guys, she voices the Fox. I'm like, yeah, it's got a sexy voice, man. I saw her in her panties in that movie in what's it called? I'm gonna kill you or something like that. Something like that. I forgot what it's called, but it's coming out in March, and she looks interesting in it. Hmm. So am I. Because tomorrow I don't have to. After tomorrow, I don't have to get up early for the rest of the winter. John Slade. Because I guarantee you, Mr. Terrific is going to get more over than Cyborg did. Because in the DCEU, the Cyborg was never used. He was always a side character at best. Even in the Snyder Cut, he's in it, but not as much as some of the other characters. That's Kim's Wayne's. Yeah, they have to put the daughter, the sister Kim Wayans, because the Wayans like to stick together. The only ones not here are Sean and Marlon because they weren't actors yet in the '80s. Miller Lite. Yeah, there's some product placement in the movie, but it's not shoved in your face. Missed, missed. I think that's the guy from. I think that was the guy in Baby's Kids. Yeah, that Richard Harris. I think his name was. Yeah, he passed away too. He was also the dad in the first House Party movie, the original, not the remake. That's one of the way. Get it? Wink, wink. See, there's a lot of meta humor. Yeah, she's no Whitney Houston. That's the director's. Yeah, they break the fourth wall a lot here, but they don't do it without like winking at the camera. Now movies nowadays are too meta where they have to like explain everything and wink to the camera. Only Deadpool should do that now because Spider Verse doesn't wink at the camera as much, or K-pop Demon Hunters. Hmm. Well, she dressed like Michael Jackson. um, that's Anne Marie Johnson. Yes, uh, Donna Cabana from That's So Raven. Yeah, she still is. Keenan does this thing with his face like, yeah, I could do that too. It's like, please. It's a nice mix of light skin, black, and dark skin. I know, again, you're preaching to the choir, buddy. Ew. She has no hair. Ugh. No, I don't like bald chicks. I told you that. They're fake. Yeah, again, of course they're fake. I know, get it? Yeah, that's stupid. That's a stupid joke. That's one of those prop jokes that they will put. What are you, a robot? She has no hair and she's missing a leg and she's fake. No thanks. She's an amputee. You look like a zombie from the Dawn of the Dead remake. Yeah. Yeah, she fell apart. They all have to do their job. Yeah, he's like Nick Fury. An army. Beautiful girl, man. Oh, well, at least you had a job. Hmm. 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 Punching them out. That was a flashback. Um, my eyes are so itchy. I have to clean this room because it's so. That's it. That scene was short. There's Isaac Hayes, man. I miss him too. How? Yep, Chef from South Park. That's yes, that's whatchamacallit, Chris Rock. Yeah, he has a cameo here. It's not like Chris Rock is broke. He's not. Chris Rock, made a career out of. Yeah, he has money. Yeah, that was Chris Rock's cameo in this movie before he got slapped by Will Smith. I don't know why that happened. No, and they wonder why no one's watching the Oscars anymore because that got to be the highlight of the past 5 years. A man getting slapped for making a stupid joke. It wasn't like Will Smith and Jada were married still. They were separated, so they still are legally married. But yeah, that Yeah, this guy was in I think it was in Mars Attacks. See, it's a black movie. It's exactly what it is. It knows what it is, and it goes for it. If they made a movie today like this, it would just be a bunch of N bombs and just winking at the camera, BLM and all that. I get it, guys. Jordan Peele, is light skin, right? Him and Keegan Michael Key are light skin blacks and not dark skin blacks. There's Antonio Farkas. The only person not in this movie that would have been here is Giancarlo Esposito because he was doing a lot of stuff in the 80s. And he also did Do the Right Thing. That's why he wasn't in this movie. Because that movie's very, very meta. And it's very, very social. It's got topical, themes in it. It's way darker than this movie, literally and figuratively. Plus, it's a Spike Lee movie. Of course, you're gonna. Hey, racism sucks. I get it. We all get it. A pink suit. Again, different time, guys. Put a sash on him like he's Miss America. It's funny, man. This movie has a lot of. The movie's almost over. We're almost an hour in. Yeah, I miss Isaac Hayes a lot. That's why they killed off Chef in South Park because they didn't want to recast him. He looks like Shaft, yeah. They make that joke, of course they do. Yeah, rest in peace, Richard Roundtree, man. The original Shaft, because the other one is Samuel Jackson, which is a different Shaft. I like that they're following him. Platform shoes. Why does he look like the mask? It's funny. Yeah, some of the costume designs are just weird in this movie. Yes, somebody stop me. Good morning, John. Since this is an R-rated film, I would confidently say that this movie kicks the crap out of some R-rated films that came out in the last 6 years. Yeah, because this movie knows funny. It doesn't have to be crass and offensive every 2 seconds to be funny, and it's not gross mostly. That is not a Mardi Gras costume. That is literally a pimp version of the mask. And this came out before the mask did, even before the comics were made. And this isn't a Tyler Perry movie where he has to stop the movie to take you to church. Why? You're crazy, dude. You make bad movies and people fall for it. I don't put this up a little bit. I don't do that. I don't like to fool my audience. I would give them what they want. We get the picture. There's Steve James. Yeah, I miss him too. He comes late in the movie. He comes almost an hour in. He was in the first three American Ninja movies. I miss him, man. hmm John Vernon's John Vernon's basically a cameo in this movie because he was doing Ernest Goes to School. I mean to camp. That can't. Time for the action. Mm-hmm. You should sell gold, not wear it around your neck. He had a gun inside of his hat. That's kind of clever. That's a clever joke. See, they actually have jokes in this, not references to other movies. That's not what comedy is. It's supposed to take a something mundane and make it funny. No, yeah, yeah. He's attacking a little guy. That's a Tony Cox. Yeah, yeah. Pick on someone your own size. Keenan, yeah, he commits, man. Another model turned actress. Get it? Mm. Yeah, those are the only was in the movie, bosoms. Because the movie's not exploitive. They don't show too much. They show just enough. Might all. Does that? Who's this girl? Janet Dubois. I think that's her. Yeah, because she's in the movie a lot. And this movie's shot well and it's funny and it's got a lot of in jokes and things like that. And I forgot about this scene. It's like the scene in Don't Be a Menace to South Central. That scene, but that scene was played for laughs. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. I was whistling. It's a funny movie, yeah. And there's no Neil Patrick Harris here, thank God, because he was like a kid when this came out. Because Doogie Howser came out around this time, and the original, not the remake. There's John Vernon again. Yeah, he disappears for most of the movie. He's like the villain from Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, because John Vernon was doing Killer Clowns from Outer Space, where he was in it a lot more than this, and Ernest Goes to Camp, which was I think in '87, so it was like a year before this. So he was too busy. Of course, racial profiling again. Nowadays they do that a lot, but I get it, Joshua. Like I get it. I understand. Trust me, I've been stopped by cops too, and I'm not even dark skin. Kung Fu fighting. Yeah, get it? They also did this joke in Bowfinger at the end of that Eddie Murphy movie. It was making me laugh because I love that song. Caught with expert timing. But, oh, oh, I love that song. Oh, more cops. See, they know how to let a joke breathe without it being overly long. Because Seltzer and Freeberg think a joke has to be 5 minutes. No, you idiots. They have to be 5 seconds to 30 seconds, not 5 minutes. It's funny because this movie doesn't have anybody Hispanic or Asian, but again, it's a black movie, so they don't make movies like this anymore. Because if they did a black movie today, a comedy, people would just walk out saying it's woke. I'm like, what's woke about it? Tell me. Are they stopping the movie to speak about politics? No. Billy D. Williams didn't do this because he was doing Batman. Because it came out a year after this. I like his suit. It's green, like the Riddler. I gotta see that the remake of the Running Man. You saw they beat him up and they ripped his clothes because they're like they can't do a movie like this today. Of course not, because people are so overly sensitive about race. That's all it was. That's what they think it's all about. I'm like, no. Sometimes you can have a social commentary without beating it over people's heads. Trust me, when I saw Black Panther, I was in a room full of black people, and I felt very, very empowered when the movie was over. I told one of the ushers this movie was culturally sensitive, and they agreed with me. I'm like, yeah, because they acknowledge all kinds of black, cultures, not just the ghetto ones, but also, the actual African tribes and everything. It was really, really. It wasn't exploitive. It was really intriguing. The second one just was too long. It was way too long and and padded out. Yep, war. Is it good for absolutely nothing? This movie's funny, man. It still holds up. They're good for because in Rush Hour, most of the humor is racial, and I get it. But the thing is, Chris Tucker sounds like a woman. It's too much. It gets on my nerves. His mouth just is such a tool. I'm glad we don't get a sandwich. Mm, look at that gun. So I had two shotguns. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the end, the her third act is like it's like a Rambo movie. Because I would say Die Hard, but that came out the same year as this. he, he, he tri- he slipped on the bullets. I should have killed him. And unlike Bill Cosby, I don't roofie women. I don't do that. I like to see them conscious. Because if they're unconscious, it could be scary, guys. It's not good. You know? It's like, oh, it's a Weinstein. It's not a Weinstein. What he did was, but again, he lured women. That's why he couldn't just ask them out and just, woo them. He had to, be a predator. That's not me. I meet women face to face. The movie's almost over. I'm glad it's short. It didn't need to be 2 hours. If this was 2 hours, it'd be overblown. And it's not overly violent because it's an R-rated movie, and they don't say the F word a lot in the movie. They say it a couple of times, and not every sentence. We get it, guys. Nowadays, they have to use that as a crutch. Shaft. Damn right. Mhm. I missed. I haven't seen the other Shaft movies, the remake, or the Ghost to Africa or something like that. I haven't seen that one. I want to see those because it's the month of Black Pride, baby. Not Pride Month. I can't say that because I don't celebrate that. I'm not gay or bisexual or any of that. No, that is not a lifestyle that I choose. I choose to avoid it because it's not for me. When I saw Booksmart, I'm like, I'm attracted to Amy. I'm sorry. I'm attracted to Caitlin Deaver. You can't blame me, guys. She's as girly as you can get. If she was a black girl, I would ask her to marry me, like on the spot. Even though I still would, because look at her, absolutely desirable. When I first saw this, I liked the film, but I was a little disappointed there wasn't as much action as I wanted. But the ending is definitely worth it. There's like one or two jokes that I think are not really that funny, but that's only because it's a little gag. The Soldier Boy. No, he wasn't even born yet. I think in '88. I don't think Soldier Boy was even around yet. I was. I was a kid. I was only 3. That's a bunion? I thought that was another head. Yeah, and the mom was not in the film for a while. She disappeared like 30 or 40 minutes after the opening. No, you didn't, Keenan, because Keenan has never let me down. Even when a movie of his flops, like Glimmerman, he was the best part of that movie. Because unlike Fat Seagal, who can't throw a punch anymore, at least Keenan stood active and he did directing, which is good. So he's not just an actor, and he can actually direct and write. He doesn't know his bat 1,000, but when his jokes hit, they're funny, man. And it's practical shooting. There's no CGI in this movie. Again, I keep saying that. Made, not manufactured. Now movies are just too processed and they look too clean. N- Not that they look, good. I'm saying that they look too digital. They don't look real anymore. Films just look too like a filter. Ooh, yeah, that hurts. That hurts, man. It's funny, man, because they don't reference other movies. You don't need it. That's not real satire. These other people that try to do satires, they miss the point of it by referencing movies that have nothing to do with the genre. Like Spy Hard. They reference Jurassic Park. What does that have to do with a spy movie? Nothing to do with it. Excuse me. It's almost done. Let me lie down a little bit because there's only a few minutes left. Gotcha. That's one of his family members. Yeah, he's a white guy. I know. See, it doesn't bother me. Halloween's not a black exploitation. He's sorry. Yeah, we know. We don't need a sequel. Don't you dare make a sequel to this. Keenan, this is a standalone movie. Let it be self contained. No matter what Scary Movie 6 is about, let that be self-contained. Hey, Josh. Well, I finally the movie's almost over. You can see this when it's uploaded later. Those big juicy lips of hers. That's right. Get yours. Yeah, she is way more desirable than Cynthia Erivo. I don't know what it is. She has nice skin. That's it. Because her accent and her preferences and her no hair, that's a bit. Those are three strikes for me. She can sing, but that's about it. I love Tiana Paris way more because she has hair, or Zazie Beats, or even non women that are not married like Sydney Park. He jumped out the window like he's Batman. Yeah, he's dead. No, Jamie Lee Curtis has never been in a black. Well, the closest to a black movie she did was Trading Places, but she's not in that film until later in the film. Halloween didn't have anybody black. The original, no, they didn't put black people in in Halloween until the '90s when you had what was it, H2O. You had what's his face, LL Cool J. Yeah, I know. It's a good movie. I think it holds up really well, especially with how socially conscious people are now. Yeah, she's the typical black mom. I did everything for you again. I get it, guys. Uh, and the movie doesn't have a downbeat ending because the thing, as much as do the right thing. I like the movie. I think the ending is downbeat. Like they kill all these people. Not everybody dies in it, but it's kind of somber. I don't know because it's a Spike Lee joint. It can't be a happy ending. It's a good movie. So see this movie again. It's on 2B, so you can easily find it. I like the movie. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, and Keenan really commits writing, directing, and acting wise. And that black girl, mwah, I love it. Yeah, the rappers are singing on screen. That's cool. It's a very meta. Basically, rap is it's poetry just done with beats. That was fun. Yeah, that was. I'm gonna get you, sucker. An hour and 25 minutes. Yeah. Wait, no. Cheryl is Dawn Lewis, not the other one. So she's the Dawn Lewis. She's beautiful. I think she's still alive, but it's a fun movie, and I would definitely recommend it if you want to start Black History Month on a strong note. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.